Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is HD Starcraft, and what do you know? I'm back with another Heart of the Swarm broadcast, and of course, I'm doing another game with Jaedong. He's going to be the red Zerg player in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, and what can I say? I guess I've just fallen in love with Jaedong. He is my favorite all-time player of all time, and I'll be casting another game with him here. He is going to be in the bottom left-hand corner of Neoplanet S, and his opponent is going to be Liquid Taeja, the blue Terran in the top right-hand corner. That's right, it's time for some rock and roll ZVT time, and one of my favorite, if not my favorite matchup in StarCraft of overall. So both of these players, do I need to say much about them? I don't think so, unless you guys are just new into the esports scene, new into StarCraft 2. Taeja is probably one of the, if not the best player on Team Liquid, along with Hero, and he is kind of the forerunner for that team. Jaedong is the all-time champion from Brood War, one of the all-time champions, among many. Savior, Flash, Boxer, you know, the list goes on. I love Uv. Anyways, Jaedong is one of the old school champs, and moving over to StarCraft 2 here, he is going to be playing against the new school player Taeja, and this is going to be a Zerg versus Terran. Very exciting. Best of 3. I'll be doing all the matches in this set, and you know, this map, I do feel like Neoplanet S is a bit favoring for Terran over Zerg. It's a hard map for Zerg to get their third expansion down and secured at, and a lot of times the Terran and Protoss strategy will revolve around taking out that hatchery as soon as possible and not allowing the Zerg to really be able to saturate it or secure it, whatever. They'll try to keep the Zerg on 2 bases and you know, kind of starve them out like that. And Taeja here is actually going for a CC first, which, you know, on this map isn't a bad idea as long as you build it up on the high ground, because I do feel like since it is a 1 versus 1 map and it's not a very big map, sometimes you might deal with early Zerg aggression, you know, 1 base all in, and if you don't throw that CC on the high ground, then you could just straight lose the game. So Taeja here wants to play macro. That is his strong point in StarCraft. You know, he's a very good macro player, and so he's going to try to build up for that, but he's also playing a little safe as well, which is smart. Very, very smart for him. Jaedong, his strong points are just kind of everything. He can do everything. So, and I guess you'd have to give it to Mutalisks. Mutalisks, I think, are his preferred strategy, which is totally fine. Mutalisks are actually really good on this map, too. And the reason why Mutalisks are so good is because you can take out the third real quickly. You can go right into the main base. A lot of these areas right here are great for Muta play. You can kind of run over these ledges where units can't see you. There's also a cliff back here into the natural. So it's a great map for Mutas. It's a small map too, which makes Mutas, I think, better because they're so fast already. And on this map, you know, on terms of ground distance, when you want to travel with ground units, it's actually pretty far. You've got to make this huge circle around this cavity in the middle of the map. Mutas can just fly straight through. Air units in general. So yeah, I definitely feel like Jaedong will try to go for Mutas this game, but it's not for certain. Players usually try to mix it up and keep their opponent off guard. And Taeja here does have an SCV. He was trying to get a scout into the enemy base. It looks like he was able to make it all the way into the main base, and he saw a gas, which at this early stage, you know, it's important because you can then say, all right, I have to be a little careful here for something like Roach All-In, which I've seen Jaedong do a lot of times. Usually, I think when Terran players see a gas, they'll just play a little bit more safe, a little bit more cautiously than if they were to see like a quick third hatchery, which at this moment Jaedong does not have. Yeah, so we do have some more supply depots coming up. By the way, guys, let your friends know I am casting a ton of the games from DreamHack. I will be casting other games as well. Whatever, you know, names kind of just point out to me, and Jaedong versus Taeja, definitely a highlight match that I wanted to do. So yeah, if you guys want to let your friends know, HD is casting, of course, the premier Heart of the Swarm games, and we do have a lot of Zerglings coming out here for Jaedong. And it looks like he's got about 12, maybe more Zerglings making their way across the map. Also has a third hatchery coming at the same time here. And this is a little bit of an awkward timing with Speedlings, but you can see that Taeja, when he saw the gas, he said, well, I'm just going to wall up and get a bunker. And it's going to be pretty hard. Oh, these Zerglings are just going to totally leak on by between the Hellions and the wall, and the Hellions are not going to be in position to help defend. But still, I think Taeja, if he lifts up the wall, oh my god, does not get the supply depot up in time. Terrible here for Taeja, and he didn't have another supply depot at the main, so he is going to lose a lot of SCVs here. In fact, all the SCVs running away from the main base. Jaedong is now just running rampant inside the Terran main and the natural expansion. He's going to kill off a lot of SCVs, some of them getting SCVs trying to hole up here at the mineral line and just fight for their lives, but a lot of workers have just been not mining, trying to run and scatter between the two bases, or they've either that or they've gone down. And this is a pretty terrible blow here for Taeja to start this game off. If we pull up the units lost tab, he's lost a little bit more than Jaedong has, but when you think about it, it's a lot more, because this isn't 600 minerals of attacking units, it's 600 minerals of SCVs, and so those SCVs that would have stayed alive otherwise would have been mining money, and so it's a lot of money lost here for the blue Terran. And Jaedong has a great start to this game, to this set, and now it looks like Taeja wants to go ahead and return the favor with these 5 or so Hellions. He's going to try to make his way over to the 3rd hatchery. There are no drones here to roast up, though, so really, just a queen could be the casualty, and that, I think Jaedong isn't too worried about. He's actually going to bring his Zerglings around here to try to intercept these Hellions. Oh, great play, and he will get the surround. These Hellions are all going to go down, and a brilliant maneuvering of units there from Jaedong, knowing you know, where his enemy forces were going to be, and he had the trap set up, and now he's got total map control, economic dominance. Really, everything is going great for him, and Taeja is going to be he's going to be struggling to get back into this game. And this is, guys, this is the highlight. This is the top of the top, world-class Starcraft 2 players that are playing right now in this matchup. Jaedong and Taeja, they are no slouches, so what you guys see here is extremely high-level Starcraft 2, if not of the highest caliber. So that just goes to show, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean Jaedong is like straight up dominant over Taeja, but just goes to show that even the littlest of mistakes, you know, a player will sniff it out and they will straight up make you pay for it. And right now, you know, Taeja is paying the heavy price. He's paying the iron price. Yes, I had to pull that out. Love Game of Thrones. But we do have, let's see, we do have some Widow Mines coming out right here from Taeja, and that's not a bad idea. He's dealing with a lot of Zerglings here, and Widow Mines are great against Zerglings. In fact, they're just great against Zerg in general. From the matchups I've seen. And we do have a Spire coming right here from Jaedong as well. Meanwhile, a lot of Marines coming. A squad of Marines here. And these Marines do not have any upgrades, just Stim Pack. No combat shields. The Zerglings, once again, are going to get another surround. And like the Hellions before them, these Marines are going to die. Although, no, the lifeboats come in and save these Marines in the crater in the middle of the map. Very nice save right there from Taeja. In the meantime, also trying to get a 3rd expansion down. But Jaedong blocks it with poop. And, wow, this expansion is actually totally critical here for Taeja. If he doesn't get this expansion down, he will lose this game. As far behind as he already is, this is almost like the final blow here for the Terran player. And just to add insult to injury, we have Zerglings that are burrowed underground to block that that command center. And meanwhile, oh, Jaedong laying the trap here with some Banelings, and these Marines trying to come out. Those Banelings were on hold position, so the Marines able to snipe a couple of Banelings out. Few Widow Mines are in the back here, so if these Zerglings are allowed through, they could all just straight up die. But Taeja doesn't want to lower the supply depot because it's a huge risk. Even if the Zerglings run in, you know, then some of them might die from the mines, but the rest of the Zerglings will kill off his SCV, so wise there not to lower the wall. Now bringing some Marines over here to try to fortify this expansion, or at least try to get the command center down, but he cannot. There are just Banelings and Zerglings all over the place. Here comes some Widow Mines though, and the Widow Mines, they've got to get underground, and they do, even without drilling claws. And oh, lucky break right there for the Terran player. Both sides actually having burrowed bombs in the form of mines or Banelings, and I think Taeja getting the way better of that engagement. And maybe, just maybe, pulling himself back into this game. 119 supply to 96 right now, but he's got to deal with mutas. Mutas are on the way for Jaedong. He's got 8 on the skies already. And they are making their way, it looks like, over to the top left-hand side. And it looks like a few of them revealing themselves on that Marine. That's a great scout, actually, for Taeja, because now he knows I got to get missile turrets up. And he's got to get them up soon. He's still got to destroy this Burrowed Zergling, too. That missile turret will help out in that regard. And these Marines here pushing out for Taeja. Taeja knowing that aggression is his only chance here at keeping Jaedong on the back foot. But, oh, these Mutas and Zerglings. This is Jaedong's style. This is where he shines the best. You know, I don't think I ever casted the game in Brood War, but he is so good with Muta Micro that he even can split multiple Muta packs and then micro both of them at the same time, which is very hard to do. And so, yeah, this is kind of Jaedong's signature play here. It's like the Stone Cold Stunner or the Rock Bottom. How is Taeja going to deal with this? He does have Widow Mines planted down, which aren't bad against Mutas. They're actually pretty good as long as the Mutas are clumped up. We can see that Jaedong actually is planning to go in here with his clump of Mutalisks. At the same time, some Zerglings and Banelings trying to push over on the top expansion. They are going to clear a pathway, although there are Marines there. And now the Mutas are going to fly in. And Taeja, does he have Marines in position? It looks like he just does. Wow, Taeja is holding down the fort here. If he can just hold on a little bit longer, he's actually going to get pursuit of these Banelings. Got to be careful. Oh, one of them detonating there. And some of the Marines going down, but not all of them, thanks to combat shields. Really helps fortify Marines against Banelings, at least not allowing them to die in one shot. But a lot of Zerglings are coming for Jaedong. He's got the upgrade advantage at 2-2, including 1 flyer attacks. And oh, this could be it. Jaedong just says, well, forget trying to attack 2 different points. I'll just focus my efforts on this expansion because I know this is the last point here. This is the critical area for Taeja, and he's going to bring the Mutalist right back around. Oh, and bringing the Banelings to try to catch the SCVs. But Marines are in position to help defend. Will Taeja have enough here? I think he's going to lose a lot of SCVs regardless of how this battle goes down. And you can see Jaedong is sniping the SCVs out wherever possible. And he is able to kill off about maybe 10, 20, maybe 30. It's actually kind of hard to tell because I wasn't sure how many he had originally, and I cannot pull the workers kill tab up. Maybe less than that, maybe about 10 SCVs going down. So Taeja not doing too bad of a job holding off there, but he is hugely at a supply disadvantage right now, 185 to 121, and he is trying to get Drilling Claws out on the field. That is going to help quite a bit if he has a lot of Widow Mines, but this game is starting to really snowball in favor of Jaedong. And these Widow Mines, will they be able to save Taeja one more time? One time! No, they will not. And Jaedong is victorious. So Jaedong is victorious, so Taeja has to GG out. And ladies and gentlemen, that is game 1 of this set. I will be going on right into game 2. Hope you guys enjoyed, and this is of course HD Starcraft, and I am signing out.